This video is sponsored by Skillshare.
Hi everyone, Sam here. Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to take a close look to the colors our cameras are producing. Mainly we're going to compare 4 different camera systems, that is Leica, Canon, Fujifilm and Ricoh. We're also going to compare it to the most loved color film, which is Kodak Portra 400. And to do so we have someone helping us today, which is... This is Olivia. She's a professional ballet dancer. And usually she works here in this building, which is the Staats... Well, how do you say opera again in English? Opera, yeah, which is the opera. And yeah, have you done any shoots before? Or?
Yeah, I've done a few shoots with friends, some professional, but all for fun.
Probably traditional, like headshots or posing.
Portraits, some, movement stuff.
Movement is a good keyword, because today we are not going to take just portraits. We are trying to recreate some street scenes, so it will be more like candid portraits, kind of inspired by Gary Winogrand, for example, or Peter Lindbergh, Joel Meyerowitz. So yeah, should be fun. Stay tuned. Now before we start, let's talk a little bit about the cameras I'm going to use today. All right, let's go. Okay, let's do one more with a little bit more of a spin. Okay. Yeah, that was nice. Let's switch cameras. Okay, now I'm switching to the Canon 5D. Okay. Okay, I take it. Cool, we have now the film camera. Okay. So, wait a minute. I don't think I have any film in the camera.
Oh no!
500, okay. Let's go. Great, let's go. Let's do one more just in case, because it's film. Then I think we are done. Okay, I have a good feeling about that one.
Oh.
Good. Yeah, just hold it. It's good. Oh. Let's have one where you maybe looking a little bit in the distance, thinking about something. That's the one with looking into the camera, yeah. Yeah, that's also nice. You look a little bit to the distance again, but you're catching me taking a photo, you know what I mean? You can start, for example, looking in this direction.
And I'll catch you at
Yeah.
Okay.
Imagine like I'm walking past you and you're just quick, but without moving the head too much. It's like just a glance. Okay, wait. Yeah, that is good. Let's do one more where you, yeah, keep looking that way and then now, okay, perfect. Because there's this tiny difference, you know, of catching someone or staring at someone. I think I will do film now. Okay. Good. One more. Yep, perfect. Okay, that's it. Thank you. Maybe, you know, finish your waffle. Don't hurry. You don't need to hurry. But yeah, I think only the coffee looks a little bit more clean.
A little bit more chic
Yeah.
than a waffle.
This is nice. Yeah, I like. Now I'm cutting off the table because of the sun, and this is cool. Yeah, I like this. So this camera already done.
Oh,
You know, the colors are very nice.
Yeah, very nice.
I mean, it looks post, but for this one, I guess we can do it. It's just the colors, you know. This is very pretty.
It looks like a lavazza ad or something.
Yeah, right. Kind of looks like an ad. Okay, have a little sip and finish your waffle. No, just kidding.
Hey, that's my waffle.
Oh. Close up.
Oh.
Like this was the first one, and then we switched to more of a side. Yeah, I think this is good. This distance. Okay, here we go. Oh, this looks cool as well. I don't know, I like it. The white is nice.
Yeah.
Man, so many options. We should have just got here and spent the day here. Okay. Good. So one more for safety. Nice. Nice. Alright, so we just finished the shoot and we have so many good photos, I think. I'm pretty optimistic. And how was it for you acting out scenes? I mean, at the end we mostly did portraits anyways, but...
Yeah, no, it was fun. We had a a few different atmospheres.
Do you want to give any shout outs, like your Instagram, or do you have, I know you're selling stuff on Depop, where you want to lead people to some place?
Yeah, my Instagram is livebetterage, and check out my Depop because we're gonna make some money.
Okay, so we will go back to the studio and look at the photos, and then I'm going to reveal which camera was which, and then we talk a little bit about the colors, and yeah, let's see if you guessed the cameras right.
Hey guys, before we move on, I would like to thank our sponsor, Skillshare.
Skillshare is an online learning community for creatives that offers thousands of inspiring classes, including topics like illustration, design, photography, video, freelancing, and more. A class that I recently watched is from Stefan Vanasco. It's called The Art of Photography, Defining Your Visual Style. This is a very good beginner class for people who want to find their own style. And I like how Stefan talks about his turning point and how he got inspired by Ralph Gibson to find interesting things in his environment. Because if you're always chasing after the most amazing scene, you often come home with nothing. With an annual subscription of less than $10 a month, you can unlock classes like this and many more.
So if you guys want to try it out, Skillshare is giving my subscribers, you guys, a link in the description.
Cut! Have you read the talking points? Skillshare is providing the first 1,000 who click on my link a free trial of Skillshare Premium Membership. Link in the description. Capiche? Action! And fix your cap!
Okay, we are back in the studio and let's reveal which camera was which. I know this wasn't a very scientific test. I set my camera to auto white balance and that caused some color shifts and different color temperatures amongst all the different cameras. But the idea behind that was to show you how the camera produces colors just by itself. And I actually did set white balance manually at one location, and then I looked at the results and all of them were different. So even though if I set the same color temperature, the exact same value, it wasn't always the same color temperature. But that's why I showed you the raw files afterwards, because then I was able to correct the white balance, make the contrast look the same. I did, very little editing, but I made sure to correct them so they look kind of the same. Obviously, they're still not the same because the sensor is different. Okay, I think I talked enough. Let's reveal which camera is which. So here we have camera A, B, C, D, and E. And there you have it. These are the cameras that I chose. Camera A is Canon. Camera B is the Ricoh GR. Camera C is Fujifilm. And camera D is Leica. And E, it was probably the easiest to guess, was film Kodak Portra 400. Yeah, are you surprised? I did this little blind test before on my YouTube community page, and it was interesting to see that most of you chose camera E as the most pleasing colors. I can kind of relate. I think camera E looks very nice. It isn't the most natural looking, but it's the most pleasing, subjectively of course. And then a lot of you guys thought that camera B, which was the GR3, is Fuji or Leica, which was surprising. Some of you also really liked camera A, which is Canon. Canon is known for very pleasing skin colors. This specific camera, the Canon 5D Mark I, the classic 5D, has a very filmic look. Like it has some green shadows, some tinted shadows, and it's not really the most neutral look, but a lot of people really like that camera for that specific look. The Fujifilm photos were very solid in my opinion, especially at the cafe spot with the flowers in the background. It had the most advertisement-like look, which could be a plus or a minus depending on how you see it. The benefit of Fuji is of course that you get very beautiful JPEGs. With Leica, for example, you don't have any options. I mean, depending on the camera, but on the SL you only have the option for saturation, contrast, and you can turn color off or on. So in that sense, if you shoot JPEG, you get the most out of a Fuji camera, I would say. I feel like Fujifilm has the most edited, or I don't want to say artificial because that's not true. They have a very stylized look, right? You kind of need to love the look you're getting, What I found hard is to get, just natural looking colors without any stylization or film effects added to it. Even when shooting Provia, which is now becoming my favorite film simulation because it's the most natural looking. There's something in the files that makes them look so much like a specific look that they want you to like. I don't know, it sounds very negative, but I really like shooting a JPEG on a Fuji film. But when it comes to RAW, I prefer the look of a Canon or the Ricoh. Leica, I'm kind of surprised how cold they look in this comparison. But once you edit them, they also look very solid. Yeah, and then we have Kodak Portra 400, which does always look great. It's hard to get a photo that doesn't look good with Portra 400. Very beautiful, and somehow it makes sense. I think we all can agree that the colors make sense, although we know it's not really how you see it in real life. And the question should also be, do you absolutely need photos that represent the colors that you really saw? Let me know in the comment section which one was your favorite, which one are you most surprised of, or maybe you guessed them all right. Let us know. But there's one more thing we gotta talk about. And first of all, my little confession here. My plan was actually to calibrate the cameras to show you that this whole comparison kinda is useless if you're looking for natural looking colors or accurate colors. When you get something like this, which is a color checker. And I actually bought this for this shoot and I totally forgot to bring it. No, that's not true. I brought it, but I forgot to, take it out of my bag. I totally forgot that I had it with me. So what you do is you take a photo of this against the light that is falling on your subject. And then later in Lightroom and with the plugin, you can calibrate your camera using the photo with this chart. And that's what I actually did later. But I didn't do it on location, which you should do because light is changing all the time. But I did take photos of this on my balcony with all the cameras and calibrated them and created profiles so that it should be even easier to match them. And I will show you here a photo, unmatched photos, but these are all raw. And now these are the photos calibrated. To me, they all look kind of the same now. There's still some differences in tonality and contrast, but you can actually match cameras using something like this. And if you are looking for very accurate natural colors, I think it's very encouraging to see how close you can match them, because that means you can pick up any camera that shoots raw and get accurate colors. But if you really like a specific look that a camera gives you, which is mostly, I guess, software based, because there are not many sensor manufacturers. So a lot of these cameras have the same sensor, but they have software that, interprets the colors in a specific way. And if you're really looking for one specific look, like you want that Leica look, you want that Fuji look or that Ricoh look, you can get it by, getting these cameras. But if you look for just good, accurate colors, maybe just get something like this and then calibrate your camera and, just be happy. And I actually prepared a little tutorial to show you exactly how to do this yourself, which I'm going to play to you right now, and I see you after that. Okay, so here's how you calibrate your camera. You don't need to buy this specific one. There are other color checkers out there. I have this one from Data Color. It's called Spider Checker 24. They also have a little small color checker passport, which I used to own, but I lost it a long time ago. So you need this. And then obviously it would make sense to have a proper monitor that you can work on. Of course, you need to calibrate your monitor too, which you should do with something like this. But that would be too much. I'm only going to show you how to calibrate your camera. But if you're looking for a monitor, I can highly recommend this one from BenQ. I just bought this just for this comparison video. It has a nice matte display. It comes with the sun hood. It has all the important connections I need. And then it has this hotkey puck, which you can use to adjust the brightness or switch between color spaces. You can also switch to a black and white mode, which is awesome because I edit my photos mostly in black and white. Yeah, I really like this monitor and it's been great for video editing as well. And I'm so glad I finally invested in a proper monitor. It also comes pre-calibrated, so you don't even need to calibrate it. I will have links for everything I use in this video in the video description, so you can check it out yourself. So once you bought a color checker and you took a photo and you uploaded that to Lightroom, you have to download a plugin, and here it has the download link right on the package. So let's assume you already installed the plugin. And what we want to do first is correct the white balance, and for that we're going to select this gray square here. This will give us a neutral gray. Next we want to focus on the black and the white values. We want to bring the black down to almost black, but not quite. We need to focus on the RGB values, which you can see on the top here where the histogram is. And if I'm using my mouse to hover over the squares, over the black, you can see there's a value of 18 and 19. And we want to bring this down to about 5. So we do that by using the black slider. You can also use the shadows. And then let's check it. Now it's around 14, so I still need to go down more. Just a tiny bit more. And now we are around 5 now. So this should be good. Now we do the same step for the white square. So let's check. It's around 92 right now, so it's already quite bright. So let's go and change the whites slider. And yeah, I'm already at 95, which should be good. So now our photo is ready to be uploaded into our plugin. Just right click on your file, go to edit in, and then you will find Spider Checker Editing or whatever software you downloaded. And then it will ask you to create a TIFF. And I would choose the right color space you're mainly using. Most of us are using sRGB, so let's switch to sRGB. So we're now inside the plugin, and you can see our photos, our color checker, and all these little colored spots, which you now have to align with the color checker. This is good enough. And then you have two modes. What I've seen on tutorials is to just choose colorimetric. If you shoot a lot of portraits, you can select portrait to get even better skin tones. So that is basically it. And then you just save the calibration, and it will ask you to name your profile or preset. I'm just going to name it Ricoh GR3 Calibrated for tutorial. Okay, then I click OK. And we now have our profile, and it is listed under presets in Lightroom. And I have them all saved under my favorites. This is where you can see all my profiles. And then you just need to select it, and then you can start editing, and the colors are now corrected. Okay, so that is it. This was my color comparison video. I hope this was insightful to you and you got some value out of it. It was a lot of work. I'm actually thinking of doing a black and white version, but man, I have to see when I can do that. But if you liked it, please smash that like button and help me push this video forward. It really does support the channel. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video very soon. Probably next week. Yeah, I upload once a week, so should be done by next week. Whatever video will come next, it will be next week. By the time you're watching this, maybe there are even more videos out, so guess you have to watch them too. Go to my description, buy some things using my affiliate links, join our Discord server. Okay, see you next time.